Hey guys, welcome to this reaction. Today we're going to look at one of your Buy Me a Coffee recommendations, and this one is from C.W. Reese. So thank you for your coffee, and he or she says, I'd love to see you do a reaction to Thank You Scientist. I think a great song to start with would be In the Company of Worms, which features the guitarist playing a fretless guitar along with all the other great musicians in the band. I don't want to spoil too much else in case this is your first exposure to them. Thank you so much. So yes, it's my first exposure and I'm really excited. I never heard of Thank You Scientist. The fretless guitar sounds really cool. To be honest, I'm not even sure I heard anyone play it in my life. Fretless bass is very common, but fretless guitar is kind of intimidating, you know, on a guitar you're trying to play chords. So yeah, I'm really curious. Let's go. Oh! Reminds me a bit of Snarky Puppy. Ooh. That's the fretless guitar. What a shiny neck. Oh my god, very progressive, very fusiony. Great tenor voice, although it's getting a bit lost in the mix to me. Oh, there you go. These subtle rhythm shifts. Wow. Ba, 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 ba. So many changes, wow. Some melody there emerging. Wow. Backing vocal from the trumpet player, nice. Oh, theremin with the coffee back on it. Whoa! Oh, I thought it was the theremin, the high sound, but it's actually probably the guitar with an octaver, I guess. Ooh, it's like mandatory whammy bar and slide. That must be hard, man. Yeah, I mean, the violin player has to do it all the time as well. No frets. The only frets in this band are on the bass. great. The only hook I can pick up on this chorus thing. Very performative now. Wow, such a composition.
You're watching Audiotree Live.
Oh
We've
my
been
God.
in the studio with Thank You Scientist.
Well, thank you, scientist. Haha. Not even that yet. Anyways, so this was really cool. Where to start? This will attract only a specific type of audience, music nerds like myself. So I'm assuming if you're watching this reaction and analysis, you're probably one of us. Or maybe you stumbled upon this video kind of randomly through my channel and you scratching your head thinking, what the heck is this? Where's the melody? Where's the song, right? So I understand that for some people this might be a bit too much. For example, I was wishing to hear the singer more. I was wishing for a song, but it takes a time to adjust to different kind of mindset, different expectations from what we usually hear on the radio or generic Spotify plays. As a musician, on the other hand, you're able to appreciate all those little details, like look at these odd bars and weird subdivisions and the technicalities he's able to play on the guitar. So it's really impressive. And on the first listen, it's kind of confusing, but in a good way. But at the same time, I feel like this is the type of music where you need to go through it multiple times to really get the gist of it and start noticing more and more layers, because there's so many of them that on the first listen you miss a lot of stuff. So let's go through it again, and I'm going to try and analyze bits here and there and point out some details about the musicality or the musical elements in there, so even people who are not necessarily music professionals or music nerds can understand. So let's dive into it. So we start with this riff, it's in D minor. I'm gonna tune down I'm gonna drop my D. And it's sort of oriental, it has this minor second. So it's kind of a D Phrygian. And then the trumpet player starts playing long notes over it and makes it sound very oriental to me. And then so here they obviously changed the time signature. So before you had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you kind of double the speed of the bars here. And they even start on like a last 8th note or 16th note there, just syncopated. And then at the end of this whole intro, this unison is nice because it literally unifies the whole band, so you have some hook to hold on to there. So here. Da 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 da. Something like that, I think. And then we get into what I would call, based on normal songwriting theory, a verse. But now it seems like almost two themes are overlaying, because I'm hearing the second theme, the kind of unison we heard. But I'm also hearing the the first riff. So it's almost like two themes overlaying there and he's singing on top. Maybe it's some composition technique that uses those two overlaying themes in this fun way. It sounds like either counterpoint. There's two themes, not necessarily in the same keys even, against each other. And then every so often they unify on one of those riffs. Like here, everything stops and it's this sprinkly da-da-da-da-da-da high note little riff. So they're not able to stay in one groove for too long. Probably a lot of ADHD going on there as well. And so we get into this rock groove for a while. You almost feel like you have something to hold on to. And they start messing about with the harmony. No, no. They go into this B chord. Only, no, no. And they only last in this groove for 4 bars, and then they go into some double time, I believe. And almost like disco-y, punk. And then back, so they used a lot of triplets there, pa, ta, ta, this sort of zouk, ta, 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 or like triplet-y feel, and then they go back into the more direct rocky vibe again. 8 notes. Yeah, so they go into G major here, kind of, as a tonal center. And back to D minor, I believe. And again, these two themes overlaying. Something like that. This is hard. This would take me like probably weeks to learn. Maybe longer. And the point of this video is not to give you a comprehensive lesson. Let me know if you would like that. Maybe we could break down some parts in more detail. But for now, let's go to the guitar solo and let's break down the craziness of fretless guitar here. So, wow, like, the amount of precision he needs to deploy. So we're in the D minor, and he's kind of playing crazy kind of shred things. But I can see where I'm going with my fingers here. I can clearly see he probably has some lines at the top. Usually the fretless guitars have, like, orientation lines. But you need to be using your ear all the time, and that's why violin players usually have really good ear, because from the very beginning the whole thing is kind of listen to the note and tune to it. So if you learn violin, you likely have really good ear, but maybe not such a good rhythm, and the guitarists often have average ears and better sense of rhythm, because as we play rhythms in the right hand, we have this sort of natural metronome going on all the time. This just shows you how some instruments develop different musical skills in you, and that's why I believe when you're learning music, you shouldn't just stick to one instrument necessarily. You should learn at least the beginnings or some basics of other instruments, like especially drums, singing, violin maybe, and then you pick your weapon that you prefer. But these other instruments will teach you more about music, more in depth. Even the tapping here is like crazy, because you need to really know where to tap, and millimeters here, and especially higher you go on the fretboard, mean huge differences in pitch. So sometimes you see him kind of readjusting as he's hearing the pitch and comparing with his ears. So it's really important to hear yourself well when you play fretless guitar as well. unison with the violin. Beautiful. And then, like, wow. But then it allows you to do things like that are more like glidey. It's almost like a slide when you play with the slide, but you still have a normal tone to that. Like this craziness they just played with the violin is amazing. Wow. Even the rhythmical nuances there. You see the relief on his face, on the guitarist's face there? I did it. It was a good take. And then we have the scars here. Even the chorus, even though it's a bit more straightforward as I mentioned, still shifts into different harmonies, has different accents and interesting elements. Okay, I'll leave it here, guys, so this video is not too long. But this was very interesting fusion experience. Thank you, Sign. This is definitely a band I want to look more into. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to analyze more songs from them and which ones in particular. If you want a priority on your requests, go to my Buy Me a Coffee website. A lot of these reactions get demonetized, so the only way I can make more videos like this is from your support. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, give this video a like, stay in touch, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep it funky.